I want to hear what everyone. So Division, you go, and then Taro, and then Too Focused, and then Hope. I want to hear what y'all opinions are on this. If someone is your dog, if someone is your girlfriend, like y'all really locked in with each other. And again, whether you are physical with that person or not, but that person knows you are dealing with this person in any sort of capacity, and they double back with that person. Are you going to look at that person funny or not? Go ahead, Division.
First of all, I'm gonna look at them funny as hell, and let me tell you, it's the simplest term as far as that. Basically, it's a lot of fish in the sea. It's never that deep to, you know what I'm saying, have all these different options out here, but want to minimize it and then try to go after somebody that your friend or your close partner already done, you know what I'm saying, talk to or was in close corners with. It just do not make sense. It's plenty more people out here. And then secondly, we can't go based off of hypotheticals or go based off of imagination if you and this person will work out. Because at the end of the day, this is not a person that you got history with. Now you finding out that this person you got history with and your friend know each other, and now you want to double back around or something. This is a person that you just seen and based off of physicality, or maybe, you know, based off of just a small encounter. Now you thinking y'all will be long term. It don't work like that. Why would you take the risk of stepping in the midst of you and your friend, you know what I'm saying, friendship, and basically deteriorating that to for something that's gonna be quick or something that might not last for real. Like it's not, the risk is not that big or not that deep. You could just move around and go find somebody else. But I feel like that, to me personally, is just weird. Like, I don't want to even talk to nobody that I know that my partner done talk to, because it's like, now I got in the back of my head, y'all done already shared what y'all shared. Y'all had the conversation y'all had, even if it was for one little date. Y'all still was getting to know each other, got to know each other on some sort of level. So it's
Right.
like, why would I want to follow behind that and be some sort of rebound? Who the hell do I look like?
Miss
But you
Tariq, go ahead,
okay?
Miss
Hold
Tariq.
on. But y'all okay with just because a man pay all the bills and you a stay at home mom and you ain't gotta worry about nothing? It's okay if he's slipping some coochie every now and then. Help me
Listen,
make it.
Wait, 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 wait,
You
wait, wait, wait.
okay? Hold
I
on.
ain't agree with
You
that. I ain't
okay
agree
right,
with
right,
that.
with
right.
some? Hold on. You okay with slipping in some coochie randomly every now and again if you get bored and cheating on your damn wife? But you ain't okay with your homeboy dating somebody that you went on one date with, maybe two date with, ain't never slept with? Help me
No,
understand
No, no,
that.
Miss Tariq.
now you know I don't agree with that, because I ain't agree with no slipping and no coochie in that. So of course that whole thing that's got to apply to Noble, because I ain't agree with
No,
that one
no.
either.
Let me see. Let me clear something up. Let me clear something up. Miss Tariq, I'm not saying. Listen. Okay, I am not saying that. Listen, I am not saying that any man that is in a committed exclusive relationship with a woman should. I am not advocating for him, even if he is paying all the bills, even if he is providing a certain lifestyle, taking care of the kids, taking care of the home. I am not advocating. I am not saying that it is right for him to go outside, and step out on his wife or step out on his girlfriend, whatever situation that may. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not supporting it. I'm not advocating for it. All I'm saying, Miss Tyree, is if it does happen, I don't think that it should be. I don't think, especially if they have a family and kids, I don't think it should just be the end of the world, and you should just be ready to up and leave, being that man is doing as much as he's doing for the woman. That's all I'm saying, Miss Tyree. I'm not saying that he should go out and be hunching on other women when he has a whole wife at home just because he's taking care of this, that, and the third. I'm not saying that.
And one more last question. I just want to ask you too. In the scenario that you gave, so let's just say you out on that first date or whatever. Or it might be, you know, on the second date, y'all might have, you know, gotten to know each other just a little bit. And if you come across, you know, his friend, his partner, you know, close cousin, whatever, what possibly could his close friend or his cousin or whatever the case may be have shown you in that small encounter to want to be like, I want to risk it all and just go ahead and try with them? Like, why not just give that person, you know what I'm saying? Like, what did that other person do to be like, okay, let me just move around from them and not give them more of a chance? Because we might actually, you know, do work out long term. So why even take that risk again, going to go, you know what I'm saying, shoot your shot at somebody that knows the person that you entertaining, instead of just trying to further get to know them to see if it's actually not gonna work or not.
Well, I can tell you now. I can tell you the truth. Number one, how can I say this? when we're talking about dating, right? When I'm talking about going out on a date with somebody, number one, it's an interview process, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we having a conversation with a guy I'm talking about, number one, he talked about himself the whole damn time. He ain't asked me nothing about myself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He really wasn't talking to he really wasn't talking about shit, but you know, it was just a different vibe. Come
Mm-hmm.
on, like y'all act like okay, number one, how old are you?
I'm 25.
I'm talking about okay,
Oh, Division 22.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm 22.
okay, yeah. So this ain't this
No,
grown
but look,
folks.
hey, no. We
This
grown.
grown
Age
folks
ain't got nothing to do with
conversation.
it. I
This
think
grown
we
folks
on two
conversation right
different
here.
pages because like look at what you just said. You said he ain't asked for the name. He ain't this and that. We talking about a real date. So it ain't got nothing to do with no age and being
I'm
grown because
not
I'm a grown
talking
ass
about
man too.
But
But what I'm
a
division,
saying
real
is
division,
date. Listen, a
you're saying
real date and a first date is two totally different things.
the
Does
first date
no,
anybody?
is a
you're
real date.
saying
I'm a grown
division,
man. I done
you're
took
saying
women
risk
on
it
dates
all.
before. If I take you on a date, I'm paying for everything. I'm getting to know you. We talking thoroughly. We getting to know about each other to see if this first date is going, you know what I'm saying, lead to a second date and so on. So that's why I said I think the misunderstanding is that like that example that you gave to say he not asking this and that. Well, at that point, yeah, you need to move around if you gonna
Right.
get an example like that.
Yeah,
But I'm
most
well.
of my dates, first dates are like bullshit, like coffee dates. Like I'd rather go get some coffee, a smoothie, or ice cream. Like I don't even want to waste that much time on you on the first date because if it ain't gonna work out, it ain't gonna work out.
But Miss Tyree,
I
Miss
think
Tyree,
that's the difference. That's the difference too between a man and a woman. You saying like, yeah,
That's
you don't
not
want
the
to waste that much time and this
no. That's not the difference
and that.
between a
If
man and
us
a
men,
woman.
we supposed to be the
That's the
providers and the
difference
leaders.
between
If I'm
someone
taking
who's
you on a date,
baby. I'm 42 years old. You're 22. You're 25. Y'all still got a whole bunch of living to do. At 42 years old, at my big old age of me, what I'm looking for at 42 and what you looking for at 22 is two totally different things. It's just different. It's just different. And let's not pretend like y'all talking about, oh, you know that. Let's be real. You got men out here who will take you out on a date, who will pay for everything, who will wine and dine you, call themselves getting to know you, and don't have no intention on really getting to know you. All they want to do is fuck. Tell me I'm lying. Ladies, tell me I'm lying. Where you have been out and a guy have sit up there and took you out on a whole date, dinner, all this stuff, flowers and all that different stuff to only reveal I'm not really looking for anything. All I want to do is fuck.
Yep.
hey, hold on,
I
Yep.
mean, you're not
one
lying.
second, yo,
Can I
Yep.
speak?
one second,
You're
T
not
Fo,
lying.
one second.
Real quick?
Hold on, one second. Mute up for a second. Listen, Miss Tyree, Miss Tyree keep the same energy every time I talk to her. Come on, y'all know I got all. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Look, God forbid when y'all pass. Listen, tell you if y'all family want to hear y'all voice one more time at y'all funerals, make sure you tell them to hit me up because I got everything that y'all ever say on my platform. And Miss Tyree keep the same energy all the time. Okay, so let me play this for y'all. About that. They meet you. That you get you go you get they ask you out on a proper date. You get, all dressed up, get showered up, get your hair done. You get all dressed up, you go out. You doing everything that you've been taught to do as a lady, as a woman, and stuff like that. And on the back of his mind, all he trying to do is just keep buying you more drinks and loosen you up so he can take you back to his house and get some. Like, come on, dude. Love that. They meet. Come on, man. She keep the same energy all the time, and all the ladies said that what she said is fact. So listen to the
All right.
vision and focus
Can I
as a
say
man
something,
here.
Nova? Can I say something,
Yeah,
Nova?
go ahead.
All right. So Miss Tyree, I'm 39 actually, right? And I'm 39. I don't have no kids, but you know what I'm saying. I understand what you mean when you say that you looking for something different at the age that we are. Okay, but in the beginning process of you getting to meet that person, y'all had to have phone conversations before you even went out on that date, for you to even allow yourself to be in the presence of that man. So if you was allowing yourself to like that man from the phone conversations to get to meet that man in person, then I don't understand why you would even be looking at someone else, because if you allowed yourself to like him enough to go and meet up in person, then it had to be something there that you liked about that man from the jump anyway.
Yeah. And
Well, this
there was
particular
something that she
situation that
liked, yeah.
I'm referencing, no. I was out at a jazz night. He saw me. He said, "Hey, whatever." He's like, "You want to get some dinner tomorrow night?" I said, "Sure." We met up for dinner. I didn't talk to him on the phone before that.
Okay.
Al-
Well, in that
Also,
case,
even if there
in
is
that case,
something, yeah,
right?
if there is
I'm
something you
sorry.
like
I'm
about the
sorry. Go ahead,
person,
Miss Terrell.
yeah, if there is something you like about the person, and we was talking, vibing on the phone, I meet you in real life, the vibes are okay. I see your friend, the vibes are better. I'm gonna go with the better. Why don't you guys want people to want better for themselves?
No,
You
no,
need to go with the best thing available.
no.
I
Okay,
mean, come on.
no. Okay, Terrell. Listen, and listen. Okay, focus. Say what you got to say, and then I'll give Terrell the floor. Go ahead, focus.
Well, only thing I was going to say was if you meet a guy and he decides in his mind that all he wants from you is sex, you got to also give men some credit because in his mind, the conversation that me and you have had has made me lean either towards making you a potential girlfriend, wife, or I'm just trying to get some ass. The conversation that me and you have had, see, I think a lot of the times women think men are so simple minded and so dumb that we really don't have a mind to think. But sometimes when we're conversating with y'all, we're analyzing y'all the same way that you analyzing us. And the way that the conversation is going is making me decide how I'm going to talk to you, how I'm going to treat you, and how I'm going to react to you when I get close to you or when I get near you. So if you starting to talk crazy while we're in the talking stage, then yeah, the only thing that I'm looking for from you is sex. But if you're talking about building a future and all of that type of stuff, then I'm not going to bring sex up because I know that that's going to bring a whole nother side of you out that I'm not looking forward to getting to know. I want to get to know you on a personal level before I even bring sex up. But you
But
got
I'm
Now,
guys
saying,
that
Sanchez,
but a man will be out here dating. A man will be out here on a dating app solely looking for sex.
And vice
And one
versa,
of the
Miss Tyree.
But
and one of the
Miss
things,
Terry,
hold on,
why
it,
are you on a dating app
I'm not
when
on no
you know
dating
that
apps.
that's all
I'm
men?
not.
No,
Listen,
I'm
sir,
sorry, I'm
I'm not
sorry,
on
I'm
dating
sorry,
apps. I'm
I'm
not on
sorry, not
dating
you.
apps.
I'm
I'm
not sorry,
not
I'm
on
not,
dating
not
apps.
you, not you. I apologize.
But the
But
thing that kicked me about men,
women
you
go
Hold on, hold on,
on
guys,
hold on.
dating.
Let her finish. Let her finish. Hold on, let her
you
finish.
guys talk about men as if you're out here actually dating men. The way that you present yourself to your homeboys and the way you present yourself to a woman that you're dating, that you're in a relationship with, and that you're married to is totally different. You can speak for yourself in how you think and what you do. But unless you're out here in the dating market and you're dating men, you can't say what men do and don't do. You can't say how men act and don't act because, again, your homeboy is not the same man he is when he's out on a date with a woman. He's not the same man with you that he is when he's in a relationship and he's dating. And that's something that I need y'all to understand. Just like my personality right now, yes, I'm loud and I'm boisterous, but when I'm dating, I'm not this way. The
Right.
version that the version that the man who taking care of my needs at the moment get and what y'all get is two totally different things. Two
But
totally different
no,
ones.
now,
Miss
Miss
Tyree, listen.
Sanchez,
1 second, Hope. Miss Tyree, I acknowledge you are 100% right. I acknowledge everything that you're saying. You 100% right. Like I don't talk to y'all the same way that I like talk to my girl on the phone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you 100% right about that. All I'm saying, Miss Tyree, and I'm gonna let you speak, and then I'm gonna give you the floor, Terrell. All I'm saying is that, and I always agree with a lot of things you say, Miss Tyree. But what I am going to disagree with you on, Miss Tyree, I don't think that anybody should be trying to like. I'll be honest with you, Miss Tyree. The way I am, if I was with a girl and we wasn't even around my friends, we was around her friends, I would feel kind of nasty even trying to go after her friend. This sorry, I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care if
Well,
her
but
friend look
baby, you 25 years old. So you still have a lot of options at 25, right?
right.
So your best thing I can give you and all y'all people who in y'all 20s before you hit 30s, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. The best thing you can do is find somebody that you can tolerate, that you love, and that you can put up with their shit and settle the fuck down and
Right.
be with them for a long time.
Right.
But once you start going 30 and above and 40, let me tell you something. The pool that's available to you is going to be a lot slimmer and you ain't going to have them options. I'm going to tell you that. You can say whatever you want to say now because you're 25. I'm 42 years old. I don't have any children. I
Yep.
am a six-figure wage earner and
Yep.
I'm divorced.
Yep.
How many men do you know out here who are my age who do not have children, who don't have no baby mama drama,
Very
who
minimal.
come on? So let's think about it.
Right.
So I'm not sitting up there, but all I'm saying is that you better settle your ass down while you young and find somebody you can put up with their bullshit. Cause let me tell you something. If I would have known, and I put my hand on a stack of Bibles, if I would have known that I was gonna be 42 and dealing with the shit I'm dealing with now, I would have stayed married to my goddamn husband. Cause
Miss,
at
no,
least
you
I
wouldn't,
knew
Miss
what
Tyree.
bullshit.
Okay,
Hold on, no,
okay.
no, she wouldn't. Hold on, 1 second, 1 second. Miss Tyree
Wait,
and I
so
have
is
talked
it
a
more of
long
a
time.
thing of like, is
Hold
it
on.
a thing of like get in where you could fit in, basically? Like at the like, is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that the pool of compatibility and the pool of availability and that in what you're looking for when you're older, your options get real slim.
Absolutely, I
Get
agree.
real get really slim. So the options that you have at
I agree.
22 and that you have at 25, you're not going to have those options 10 years from now. You're not going to have those options 20 years from now. It is a whole different ball game when you're talking about people who are in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s trying to date. Completely different. You got people who got baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, they on child support, they got felonies, they got all kind of stuff going on.
And
So
Miss Tyree,
so I think real quick, I was just gonna say, so yeah, I think like I agree with what you said, and I think that go back to the whole age thing. It's not necessarily well then with this discussion about us being younger being right or wrong or you being right or wrong. It's just more so the age thing, like as far as we being younger having more options, and then like you said, like the older that you get, the pool gets smaller. So I just feel like what we are saying or like preaching kind of applies to our age group, and then what you saying is also correct because it applies to your age group.
yeah, and I just
You
wanted
said
to pick.
your way of thinking is why my options are limited. Is it wrong for me to want somebody who makes the same amount of money as I do or more?
No, no, not at
Wait, who
all.
said that? Who said
Who
that?
said that? Who said that, Miss Tyree? Who said
Somebody
that?
said it in the comments. Like
Oh, I
your
didn't
way
see
of
that.
thinking is why your options are limited. So is it wrong for me to want somebody who is let me tell y'all something. Ladies in the comments, please sound off on this. It is hard for you to find a man that's 40 and above that has his own damn place. A lot of these men out here living with somebody got roommates, and the first thing they do when they date you and you got your own place, they want to come move in with you. Am I lying? A lot of these dudes ain't got health insurance, they ain't got dental insurance, they ain't got life insurance, they ain't got a whole bunch of shit. Let's be realistic with it. Again, like I said, Noble, your homeboy is not gonna come tell you his credit fucked up.
Right.
He ain't gonna come tell you he's struggling. He gonna put that front on with you like he got the shit going on, but then be sitting up there coming to a woman with absolutely damn near nothing and expecting her to build with him and build up with him. All I'm saying is you guys are not out here dating. I'm not going to tell you about how it is dating women because I'm not into women. I know the women that I'm with, most of the women I'm with are successful veterans. A lot of women are like me, like Dave, have careers, they're retired. They don't have to work. I don't have to work.
Right.
I don't have to work a day in my life if I don't want to. Thanks to my 20 years of service. There's not too many men out here who are my age that has the equivalent of me. I'm sorry, it's not.
Yeah, and
So
I just wanted to piggyback on what you said, Miss Tyree, and then Terrell, I'll give you the floor. And Miss Tyree, as a woman, especially as you get older and the more money you make, like the more successful you become, and I'm talking about you specifically, but I'm just talking about women in general. Yeah, the dating pool does get smaller and harder for women. Like the more money they make, the more successful they are. Because like again, y'all always gonna want somebody that is at the very least on your level, but you're gonna prefer somebody that you see on a level to be higher than you, despite what women come on here and try to tell me. Like that's how it is. So yeah, I agree with you on that. But Taro, go ahead, take the floor, Taro. So I want you to speak, Taro. What are your thoughts on doubling back with the friend of someone you went on a date with? Do you approve of that, or do you think that's nasty behavior? I think that's
No,
nasty.
but so I actually have two friends of mine that I went to college with who dated guys I recommended because I went on who married guys I recommended because I went on a date with them. Dating is like getting to know. Do you watch the UEFA League? Like the UEFA Cup, the soccer cup, yeah? Or any sports. There's qualifiers, right?
Yeah.
It's the qualifiers. Why are you holding on to somebody you met in the qualifiers, mate? And my vetting process, a lot of people, yeah, when I like, they don't like to be openly superficial. I don't mind being letting, like, knowing what my standards are. And a lot of women like the same type of guys that I like. If you're being honest, you like a man who's tall, beard, connect, attractive, makes money. That's how I vet the men I've dated. So yeah, why don't I want my friend to date a money man? I'm not dating him. Let him, let me refer her. You guys will be good together. Send in that referral.
But Taro, it's different. Taro, it's different. It's different if I was dealing, if I had, again, whether I slept with her or not, it don't matter. It's different if I say, yo, division. Listen, I was like, you my homie, like, and I think Taro or Hope or Tyree, she, I had dealings with her in the past. She's a really good girl. Like, you should tap in with her. That's different, Taro. If I tell the homie if I send the homie to her, or like you said, if I make the referral. But if division go behind me, that's a little different. You don't think that's different, Taro? It's a difference between just
Somebody
giving
you
a referral.
Yeah, yeah, that's different.
somebody
That's
you met in
different
the
for sure.
qualifiers. In the qualifiers, no, but when we're getting to know each other, come on now. You can't be holding on to them people. Those people is like, it's like somebody you meet and just say hello and whatever, and we know each other for a week. Why am I holding on to that? Let
I'll
the other
meet you in the
person go
middle.
with
I'll
that.
meet you in the middle. I'll say it should be a time expiration then. So maybe not within, maybe the first week, first month, or something like that. Because I see what you're saying, Taro. Like, don't hold on to them, especially if it wasn't
Yeah.
nothing super detrimental. But it should still be a time limit to, when that expires. Maybe if it's after a year or something, you know what I'm saying? If
A
somebody like,
year. What? No, that's too long. Look, if you got like four guys in the rotation, yeah, qualifier stage. In the qualifiers, then two of them make it through to the next round. I don't care what's going on at the last round. I don't care. The two
Okay.
who got left behind, that's your business. So I'm moving with the two who are here now. And then if these two don't make it, throw the whole roster away, start over. New four, let's go. Qualifiers, next finale, who makes it through. And then you marry somebody and you move on with your life. So whoever was in the qualifiers, I don't care.
Okay. So okay. Oh,
Can I respond, please?
yeah, go ahead, Hope. Go ahead.
So I actually agree with the woman on the panel. I'm not gonna lie. And here's why. And
These
here's
women
why I
is
agree.
moving is moving wrong out here, yo.
No, you know why I agree with them? I think so like Tara, I've actually had friends who have gone on to marry guys I've had a date with, right? What I want to clarify is I think communication matters. Communication is very important. I agree with you, Noble. Going behind someone's back and doing that is shady. It is shady. I think that's shady, to be
Yeah,
honest. I do think that's shady. Like going behind your friend's back and doing that. Like it's kind of like, what is your friendship built on then? You
exactly.
know? I agree with that. At the same time, I do think like what Miss Shy was speaking about is not necessarily that oh, I'm gonna sneak behind my friend's back, blah blah blah. She was more saying the idea that like if I go on a date with someone and they're not a good fit, then I'm not going to own that person. I don't feel like I have ownership over them. That's how I heard what she was saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but it's
So
Wait, but what if you want
and
to
that
spin a
for
block
me
on somebody?
implied well, I don't think that's what Miss Shy was saying, and I don't think that's what Miss Tara is saying either. Yeah, I don't think that's what they're saying. Like, I feel like this came up after the fact of what was said. Because when I heard what Miss Shy said, and when I heard what Tara said, I don't think what they were saying is, yeah, sneak behind your friend's back, do the most, because that's not your friend if you're doing that. Like, let's keep it real.
right. And she said, yeah, Miss Tyree said that I'm not, yeah, she said I'm not saying don't sneak behind the back,
Mm-hmm.
but still,
Mm-hmm.
like, if I take her out on a date, like, again, if even if she tell me after the date, like, I had a good time, but I just don't want to move forward with this, I'm not gonna have a problem with that. But if I hear if the vision hit me up and say, yo, shorty that you was with, shorty that we was hanging out with the other night, like, she wrote me on Instagram and she talking to me, she talking about us linking up and going out, and that'd be weird to me, yo. Like, don't hit up. If I introduce this man to you, I don't care. I don't care if you found him more attractive. I don't care if you thought he was cool that night that we was out. Bro, don't go to my friend. No, you cannot.
And I
So
think it's the
let me
age
ask
thing,
y'all one.
though.
I have
Because
Miss Tyree, I have to send the homie to you. I'll stop being friends, bro. See, if the vision tell me that's how I know that's like really my dog, because he gonna find that to be weird too. But again, if I send the referral, Miss Tyree, it's okay. If I send him your way, it's okay. But you should
So
not be going. You should not be
Wait,
going just because you should not be going. You don't have to tell me, but I still think it's nasty to just go and
may I
try to
say
get with a
So
something?
chick.
wait, I know
May
you
I
said
say
it's the age
something?
thing.
Wait,
Hold on,
hold
quick,
on, real division.
real quick.
No,
Hold
real
on, real
division,
quick.
please. No, I've been waiting so
Wait, no,
long to
listen,
speak, real
listen.
division.
All right,
No,
go
come
ahead,
on. I've
go ahead,
been
go ahead,
waiting
go
so
ahead, go
long to
ahead, go
speak.
ahead, go ahead,
Okay.
go ahead, go ahead.
I just want to clarify something, right? In terms of what I'm advocating for. In reality, what I'm advocating for is communication. That's actually what I'm advocating for. I'm advocating for, hey, guys, we need to learn to have like conversations with other people. We need to learn to communicate with our friends. We need to learn to communicate and be open and transparent. If our friendships are built off of real things, then let's have these conversations. I'm not advocating for, oh, she's just gonna like Instagram you, because when I hear that kind of thing, I'm like, have her and the other girl had a conversation in the background and that's why she's Instagramming the friend,
Right.
right? That might not have a thing to do with you. It might have a thing to do with the girl and her, because that's their friendship, right? She doesn't know you. She just went on one date with you. So I think it's important, like what I'm really advocating for is let's communicate. As a woman, I'll be honest with you, Division, I would speak to you about it also outside of my friend, just to keep everything kosher, right? Because I don't like pooping where I eat, right? So if it's gonna get messy, I will communicate with you. Not everybody works in mental health. Not everybody is trained to communicate the way I am trained to communicate, right? So I'm advocating for that, of like, just because these women didn't talk to you, it doesn't mean they didn't have a conversation.
No, yeah, I get that, and I agree with that. Like, communication should be like very, very upfront with everybody. The question that I just had though, since all of y'all shared the same thought, is like, have y'all? And I'm just talking about no hypotheticals, like, you know what I'm saying, in y'all own instances, own situations. Have y'all ever had somebody that was a part of a roster, and maybe y'all double backed on them, or maybe you know what I'm saying, like it was a one night or something, or you was bored, so you was able to hit them up. So don't that kind of like limit your options if you cool with them, end up going to mess with your friend? Because it's like now, if they go mess with your friend, that's a person that you can't double back on or hit up when you bored, or this and that. Like, it kind of limits your roster in a sense.
doubling back.
Can I
There's
say
no
something?
doubling back, mate. There's no doubling back.
Can I
Y'all,
say
so
something?
y'all ain't never double back on nobody? Not even for no sneaky link or no, you
He
know what I'm saying,
said
no little
no.
one night,
Dad.
no. Y'all
But a
know.
sneaky link involves sex. We're not talking about that. And again, like I said, critical thinking. I was very specific about what I said. I said no sexual contact, right? I was very specific about not having any type of sexual contact, touching, kissing, hugging, and all that different stuff. Very specific.
No, well, like not even sex. I'm talking about doubling back, like even maybe trying to give it another go to work towards a relationship. Like, how could you do that possibly if they already on there with your friend?
At this age right here, I'm at 42, is either put your best foot forward with me or move on.
Okay.
I
Let,
was
let,
dating, so I
let,
was dating like this, yeah, at 20. This is the way I know how to date. I don't know what you guys is going with one person the whole time. That's crazy, man. I was doing this at 20, and like a lot of you know, I got married at 23. But that's how I was dating. Like, you just put them in rotation. If this one is late, okay, out. If this one is, out. You didn't bring the flowers, out. You didn't call me, out. Next. Start the new list. Let's go. I mean,
Oh my
that's
God.
why people are staying in long relationships with people that have no intention for them. You know, you're wasting time. You're ignoring red flags. If a man talks too harshly to me, out. If you are you're mean to the waitress, out. Like, next. And I'm not gonna deny myself a blessing of your friend who was playing football just because I was with you, man. What do you mean? Come in, the friend. If he's willing to come in the roster, come in. And then we rotate and we see, is it working, is it not? Out. Is it working, is it not? I mean,
Okay. Noble, you tripping up there, Noble. Let me say, let me say, let me say something. All right, all right, Miss Terry, you hear me, Miss Tyree?
I hear you.
Okay, all right. I don't have a problem with the roster, but the homeboy situation, it's kind of like this. If me and my homeboy, if I was dealing with you and you started dealing with my homeboy and we haven't had sex or anything, you got to understand men are territorial just like women. Men are very territorial, regardless whether we had sex with you or not. If we started talking to you and then you come in between me and my homeboy, it's going to cause a problem between me and my homeboy. It's going to cause a problem. And the only thing that I can say is by you being the age that you are and we being a little older, you should also understand that I don't want to come in between friends. I don't want to come in between guys that's cool because if that's my homeboy and you start dealing with him, we're going to see each other again. Do you know how uncomfortable that situation would be if all of us go out again and he says, "Oh yeah, I'm dealing with Terry now, so she coming out with us." The whole vibe of that night is going to be so uncomfortable
Like
because
what?
I'm looking at you like, damn, I was out with you, and then he got you out now, and it's just it's the smirks, it's the looks, it's so much that could go on that it causes a lot of friction between homeboys. Now, a lot of guys
That's
always
your
talk about
insecurity
a
showing
lot of
right there.
a
That's your
lot of
insecurity showing right there.
no no,
That's- Listen,
it's not
listen,
it's not
listen, listen,
insecurity.
listen. It's your insecurity. Again, do you know I'm a type of woman, I can be friends with a man, date a man. I don't have to sleep with everybody that I deal with. There are people that I actually started out initially getting to know, and then we ended up being just friends, and we were together a lot, kicking it, watching football, doing shit. And then people saw us together and assumed that we were together even though we hadn't done anything, no sexual contact, we was just cool. Do you know how many men and women who were friends with my male friend who's 56 years old right now that will call him up and ask him, did me and him have anything going on, and was it okay if they were to pursue me?
As they should, Miss Tyree. As they
That
should.
is what I'm saying is that is what adults do. So my friend, he said whatever he said to them. He called me up and he was like, "Hey, yo," and I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Hey, my boy asked me about you. I had a couple of women ask me about you too, and I told a couple of my girls, a couple of his home girls wanted to know if it was cool if they pursue me." He was like, "Nah, she don't get down like that." But what I'm saying is, he wasn't insecure enough to say, "Well, just because me and her didn't work out and we ended up being friends, I'm not going to. I'm a if I feel like you a good fit for her, then I'll hook y'all up." But it's some men that he knew that wasn't about nothing, and he was like, "Nah, I ain't about to hook you up with Ty because you ain't serious." That's how it's done, is what I'm saying.
No,
So
I understand what you're saying, Miss Ty. So I mean, I'm basically saying like if Noble my homeboy and you interested in him, if he was to come to me and be like, "Yo, is it cool if I holler at Shorty?" and I'd be like, "Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. Like, it's nothing wrong with that." But if you was to just pop up that at an outing that we all having together and
Right.
y'all together and me and you was just talking, it's like, wow, like how did that even that
Right.
in my mind, I'm looking at it like, well, you was looking at him the whole time you was with
I
me
never
anyway.
said that though. That's what I'm saying. Listening is critical. I never said I'm gonna go behind your back, pop up with your dude, or nothing like that. What I said was that I don't think, this is what I'm saying. First of all, I don't think just because it didn't work out between me and you and we were dating and we hadn't had any sex or anything together that I should stop you from being happy with someone else just because I know them, just because that's my girl. If she's a better fit for you and she gonna make you happy and you make her happy, what difference does it make? I want to see my girl happy.
Okay,
And if
but
That's
you
what I
gonna
want
be
to
the one
ask.
that make her happy, then why should I stand in the way of that?
okay, but
Exactly. That's what I want to ask him. So just because you're going to be uncomfortable, you want your friend to miss out on the woman of his dreams due to your discomfort. Come on now.
How we
no.
know that's the woman in his dreams though? How we know?
It's not about me being uncomfortable, right? I'm not saying I'm going to be uncomfortable with y'all situation. It's the uncomfortability between me and my homeboy.
Right.
You feel me? Because it's not me being insecure. It's not me being insecure. He gonna start feeling insecure because then he might be on some. Did you ever fuck her? Did you ever have sex with her? What y'all was talking about? What type of things did y'all do before me and her was together? And then it start to be a friction between homeboys. It's just a loyalty thing. It's the same way women say you better not sleep with my homegirl, or you don't like females. If a man goes around y'all click, y'all call him passed through or ran through. You understand what I'm saying? A man and his homeboys don't pass women around unless that's the type of woman that she is.
Exactly.
Even if we didn't sleep with her. Even if
Exactly.
we didn't sleep with her, you still that's just like, she loving the crew. She loving the
Right.
crew. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? And
We're
it's not a it's I understand what you're saying, Miss Ty. I'm not saying it's
we're
wrong. It's
talking
just
about a level of getting to know someone, that girl. If y'all just went on a date, one date, two dates, then why should it even be questioned? Like, what did y'all talk about? Did you fuck her? That should already have been established. And that's why I started out in the beginning saying no sexual contact.
Uh-huh.
But Miss Tyree, listen. Again, whether sexual contact, no sexual contact. If division or two focus, if first of all, if this is my first time, okay, so if division brought you out, right? If division took you out on a date and you happen to meet me out on a date and I was just by myself, or may have been with somebody else, it don't matter. Let's say I'm by myself and he introduced me to you. That's my first time meeting you, Miss Tyree. I don't know. Division ain't tell me how long he been dealing with you. I don't know even if this is even his first time taking you out, or if y'all been going out on dates, anything of the sort. And I might not even care to even know after the fact. So I say that to say, you can say, well, with no sexual contact, this, that, and the third. But like, being that that's my guy, I'm not even about to, like, I'm just gonna look at it weird if I don't hear from him first saying that, hey, I'm about to send such and such your way, and you just hit me up, or like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think the whole unmute.
So basically, you saying that you have control, you have permission to control me and send me to your homeboy way. But if I ain't feeling you, I don't have permission to pursue your homeboy. Like, help me understand this
No,
because I'm
Miss
not
Tyree,
your woman.
Miss Tyree, you can do whatever you want. This is where we disagree, Miss Tyree. I just think it's nasty if I just think it's nasty if I was on a date with you and you was with Taro, and I just felt like, well, based off of this 3 4 hours, that you know what, I ain't really trying to rock with you anymore. Taro look better. I think I vibe with her more, so I'm about to go be with Taro now. I'm about to go try my hand at Taro. I just think that's kind of nasty. Being that you introduced me like this is my friend Taro, like I just think that's kind of nasty, Miss Tyree. It's kind of
First of
nasty.
all, let me tell you. Let me tell you
Noble,
how this.
you
Let me
need
tell you
to
how this
want the
scenario
best
don't
for
even make
yourself.
sense.
Want the best for yourself. If the other friend looks better, she sounds better, go for the friend. Don't let this stop you. You're blocking your own blessings, mate. You're blocking your own blessings.
May I say something,
Let me tell
please?
you.
Go
Let me
ahead,
tell
Hope.
you how
Go
this
ahead, Hope.
scenario don't make sense.
May I say something, please?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think it depends on what your values are, right? Like, as an individual, I highly value like human relationships. Like, my love language is quality time, right? So when I'm engaging with the situation, I definitely hear what Taro and Miss Shy are saying, and I stand with them. I'm like, yeah, if you guys communicated and it's all good, do you? Like, who am I to stand in the way of love, right? At the same time, I also think like relationships matter, right? How you treat the people in your world, it matters. Because for me, I'm going to be judging how good of a partner you will be according to how you treat the people in your life and in general. I
So
don't
this is
think that the woman on the panel, to clarify to you guys, the men, I don't think that the women on the panel are advocating for just throw the relationships in the trash. I don't think that that's what's happening when I hear them. That's not necessarily what I'm hearing, just to be honest with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think really we're all kind of on the same page of like, if it is communicated, then why do we care?
I don't think Miss Tyree, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Miss Tyree is talking about, well, listen, I don't like Miss Tyree. Are you saying that you gonna Miss Tyree, are you saying that you gonna tell me, listen, I don't want to do this with you, like, respectfully, but listen, your friend Division, I think I just a little bit more compatible with him, so I'm gonna go try my hand. You're not gonna tell the man that, are you, Miss Tyree?
I mean, I wouldn't. I would, as a mature woman, I wouldn't go about it like that. Not at all, because it's a way to handle things. You know what I mean? I would end things with you, and I would let you know. I would let you know that I don't think that we're compatible, which I have done a number of times. And if I happen to run into your homeboy somewhere, or we meet again somewhere, and if he's single and I'm single and we begin to talk, that's something else. I'm not gonna go behind you like old dude whose friend was finding a motherfucker. I didn't go pursue his friend after that. I didn't go chase his friend after that. But if I see him in the future and it's a vibe, that's something completely different, is what I'm saying. I'm not I'm
So
not
I'll
I'm not
say,
gonna be I'm not gonna be sitting around here chasing behind your friend, going behind your back on some
Okay.
grimy stuff. But hell, if I see your friend 6 months from now, hell, if I see your friend next week and he's single and he a vibe and I'm a vibe, then shit, it is what it is.
No.
exactly. I'll say exactly that. If matter of fact, because we was talking, so I
No.
know where you and the friends is gonna be. I'm gonna be at the same location where you and the friends is gonna be, and the friend and I is gonna talk. What do you mean?
No,
wait, wait,
no,
wait. This
Miss
is
Tyree,
this
I
Don't
can't,
is
go
Miss
a,
for
Tyree,
this
I
all
is
can't
a
the
get down with
time.
that, Miss Tyree.
listen.
Not
This is
next
Miss
week,
this
Ty,
Miss
is the
Tyree, next
scenario.
week.
Miss Ty,
This
hey Miss
goes
Ty,
for
it's this
all the
remember
time. Do you know I stay in a small town, right? I'm from a small town. Do you know how many people have had babies by cousins? Do you know how many people in this small town that I grew up in have dated the same person, multiple people who were some kin to each other? Like, y'all sitting up there thinking too deep in the shit. Like, it's realistic. It is a realistic thing that you're gonna date somebody and then it ain't gonna work out, and then a couple of months or a couple of years from now, you might start dating their cousin. You might start dating their friend. The shit happens all the
That's different
time.
though.
May I say
It
That's
does
something?
different.
every
That's
day.
May
different.
I say
That's
something?
different.
May I
Go ahead,
say
Where
Hope.
y'all
Go
something?
ahead, Hope. Go
been?
ahead, Hope. Go ahead.
May I say something? I think when I hear Miss Shy, like something that really rings true to me is as I speak about this, which is probably why I should probably drop because maybe my speech is harmful. I'm speaking from a position of privilege. I've never lived in the same place for more than 5 years in my life. I've lived all over the world. So my options are literally the world. So when I hear Miss Shy saying, "Hey, I live in a small town, like this is how it is," I for me now I'm considering like maybe I should drop because my thoughts might be harmful because my experience is so different.
No, no. Let me be clear. I'm not saying it is harmful, because let me tell you something. When I turned 18, I haven't lived in the same place more than like 3 years, right? So I just recently moved back to my hometown after being gone from here for 26 years. Like, people I went to high school with, daddy done been in my inbox trying to holler at me, go on a date with me.
Oh
Like,
my
I
God.
don't came back and I don't talk to people in my family. And I'm like, don't you got a baby from her cousin? Yeah. I mean, this is the reality. Like I said, same thing here. But when I came back, I'm like, well, damn, wasn't you? Did she?
No, Miss Tyree, listen. Listen, first of all, Miss Tyree, small town dating, I understand that because like in small towns, a lot of people do date the same people. Now, Miss Tyree, when you talk about okay, you talk about, okay, you might end up dating somebody's friend, you might end up dating. If Division or Focus got a female friend that they never introduced me to, that I ain't know jack-ish about, and I just happen to pop up with her one day, they can't really like feel no type of way towards me. You know what I'm saying? Even if they did used to deal with her in the past and I didn't know anything about it, they can't really feel any way towards me because I didn't know anything about it. You know, they never talked about her. I never seen it. They never like showed her to me a day in life. They can't feel any way about it. You know, same thing with a family member. That's completely different. But Miss Tyree, when you say, well, okay, we was with each other last week, and when I see him 6 months down the line, or if I see him next week, not next week, Miss Tyree. Next week is nasty.
Wait, listen. This is
Miss
what I'm
Ty,
gonna say. This
Miss
this is what
Ty,
I'm gonna say
earlier,
real quick. This is what I'm gonna say. This scenario, and I just thought about it, this whole scenario don't even make no sense to me. And I'm gonna just help you understand, Miss Ty, like our perspective as men. If you going back to the original scenario of you saying you want to date with a man, and of course no sex, no this, no that. Okay, full purity, and his friend is, in the same vicinity or whatever, the first problem would be if we're on a date, how could you possibly be having any sort of conversation with him or anything with him to even have that feeling like, oh, well, I think he a better fit? Because that's what the problem gonna be at very first. Because we gonna feel like, okay, what you even talking to my homeboy or having a conversation with him for all in his face if we on a date? So then
He
if
was the
you
one
pop
that
up,
took me on a date and then decided it was cool for me to go to the bar and be in the middle between him and his boy. He did that, not me.
no, but look, even if y'all out though, you still supposed to just be in the person's face that you there with, that you on a date with. You're not supposed to be in their friend face, like, long conversation with them, entertaining them, stuff like that.
Listen,
So that's why it's a little weird that it did. If you circle back around maybe and pop up with our homeboy or something, it's like, okay, if we already know y'all weren't supposed to be in each other's face, kicking it like that while we was at that bar, where did y'all find time at to,
listen.
you know what I'm saying, further something?
Let's get one thing understood about this scenario where I was talking about where the friend was fine as a motherfucker, right? He invited me to dinner and he got to the actual location before I did.
Yeah.
He saw his homeboy in a bar. Instead of him sticking with the plan and going to the restaurant,
He
he
said, let's go to the
texted
bar.
me and told me to come to this bar with
Yeah.
him and his homeboy.
Yeah.
When I walked in, he pulled a chair out and he sat me in between him and his boy.
So you did
He
have a discussion with
presented
both of them.
he presented the opportunity for him and his boy to be. His boy was, I can see it to this day, his boy was on my left and he was on the right. You
Yep.
know what I mean? So no, I'm not talking about all in his homeboy face. He did that. How
Right.
you invite me on a damn date to come see you and go to dinner and you deviate and you have me at a bar? You think it's appropriate? You get to know me in a loud ass bar and you don't
Right.
sit up there and got me there and come on. So my thing is, you presented that opportunity. It
No.
just
Yeah.
so happened that his boy had more of a conversation, more personality. Like he was just, he just was like, more entertaining. You know
I
what I
understand.
mean?
Yeah, and I understand that because that's listen, late that's for both men and women. You can get yourself in trouble like that, yo. You can get yourself in trouble when you deviate from making it a one-on-one situation, and even if it's just one friend or you got a couple of friends, and it becomes a group dynamic thing now. Excuse me, it becomes a group dynamic thing now to where all of y'all are conversing with each other. So now it's like, okay, I was supposed to, I'm only here with her or with these two girls because of you, but I'm like I'm vibing with your friend more than I'm vibing with you for real. So it's
And
like,
here go
Let
my
me
thing
let me give
right
you an
here, right?
example where this happened to me. Yeah? Let me give you an example. So when I was in college, there was this guy. We was in the same class. We are in the same mechanics class, and he decided, we're talking or whatever, and he wants to ask me out. So we go out, and when we're going out, we're going to a cricket game. So that's where he invited me. We go to the cricket game, and we're watching the game or whatever. His friends are there. Yeah, his friend is there, more attractive, funny, vibes is flowing and whatever. And his friend um mentions that, oh, they're gonna be watching the game next week. the football game next week and whatever. If I wanted to come, I can come. So cool, no problem. Then this guy and I wasn't, the vibe was finished between this guy and I because I started vibing with the new guy. So I just let him know, you know what, I don't think it's gonna go further and whatever. And then the next week we was watching football in the box, and guy number one was there, but I wasn't with guy number one. I was with the new guy. And then we just start talking. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with it. I don't think he felt a way towards me. He never said anything. But I don't think he felt, I mean, you
No,
guys
no,
just
Terrell,
want to
Terrell,
stay with
Terrell,
one
Terrell.
person.
Okay,
Listen,
okay.
go ahead,
Listen,
Paul.
I
Go
say
ahead.
it's like this. What y'all explaining is you're actually turning friends into a competition. That's basically what happens. Because if I take you out on a date, I honestly could be taking you out on a date just to see how you will react around my friends, if you're going to give them attention or are you going to give me attention. Because just because my friend is giving you attention doesn't mean that you're supposed to even be interacting with them at all anyway. You can
Well,
sit there like
the,
Well, you better
my
make sure
friend,
you that nigga.
right,
You better
Period.
make sure
right.
you that
You
guy.
better make sure. You better make
You
sure you're
better make
attractive.
sure
Yeah,
but
you that
okay,
nigga.
yeah.
Miss Ty, Miss Ty. But what I'm saying, and that goes into exactly what I'm saying. If you telling me that I got to make sure I'm that guy, you're basically turning me and my homeboys into a competition.
Listen,
Too
if you
focused.
bold enough to take
Nah,
me out on a date and see if I'm gonna pay attention to you and your homeboy, you setting yourself up for that.
exactly. You gotta
Hey,
Plain and
make sure
simple.
that your beard is connecting them. It's
brother.
the connecting beard of the friendship.
Right,
Your
brother,
height is on
brother,
it. Your
brother.
money's
I
on
will
it. You
not
gotta make
lie
sure,
to
man.
you. No, brother, I will not lie to you, bro. I gotta roll with Miss Tyree and Terrell on this, cause like she said, you better be him. If you want to bring her around the homies and make it a group situation, bro, it's not her turning it, into y'all competing with each other now. Like, you making it, you presenting the opportunity to sabotage yourself now. If you know division got more stilo than you, and you want to bring the girl that you pursuing around division and allow him to be conversing with her and vibing with her, and then she end up liking him more, bro, that's your fault. I'm sorry. That's your fault, bro. I'm sorry. No. If you
But
better
what about you actually seeing the type of woman that you have? Because you can take her around, and your homeboy might look better, or your homeboy might have more style, or whatever the case may be. But if you're interested in that person that you're with, then that means that you're supposed to give the attention to the person that you're with, right?
yes. Okay, yeah, you supposed to give the attention to the person that you with, but for Miss Tyree's example, right? If I took her out, right, and I said we're gonna deviate from the restaurant, we're gonna go to this bar where Focus is at, and I'm gonna have her sit right in the middle of us. So now we got our drinks, the big ass TV is on, they playing the game or whatever. And now, bro, it's not really like what's she gonna be doing? What's she gonna look this way? She gonna sit this way and just look back when you talk? Like, no, she gonna sit straight, and we gonna have a group conversation. It's three of us at the table. It's a group conversation now. So if she end up liking your friend more than you, bro, you put yourself in that situation. I'm sorry, like, cause like, let's be real. When people are seriously pursuing a woman for a relationship, you gonna want to bring her around your family, and you gonna want to bring her around your friends, because like, you gonna want to see how she is around them. But I'm not saying like, I'm not taking Miss Tyree around my friends. I'm not taking her around any man. They gonna have to meet her at the wedding. They gonna have to meet her at the proposal. Cause the way she moving. And listen, I would have.
I mean, actually, when I said that, I was joking. Now, don't get me wrong, because
You
I'm
was
not
not joking,
actually.
Miss Tyree.
I
Miss
was
Tyree, you was
joking.
not
Hold
joking.
on, but I was serious as well. You know what I mean? And I was really saying that because too many times women jump into relationships when they sit up there and they have sex just like that. When actually, come on, like, so Noble. You mean to sit up here and tell me, and I need you to be honest.
Okay,
You ain't never met a girl, and you kind of like, thought she was cool and all that different stuff, but then you met one of her friends, and you was like, damn, like, I really like her. We more compatible.
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
have had friends. me tell you something, and I think it may be hurt that to hear women say this because men been playing this game on women for a long time. I done had girlfriends introduce me because I know I may not look like nothing much right now, but trust and believe me, don't let it fool you. These pajamas. I don't sit up there and been with women who introduced me to their man and stuff like that. I had a girlfriend who baby daddy was bold enough to ask her if we can have a threesome.
But I'll say this though, Miss Tyree. I'll say this. Look, Miss Tyree. Listen. I'll say this though. Listen to it. I gotta say this though, because yes, that listen, that has happened before. But listen though, Miss Tyree, if I'm taking this person serious, like if I'm taking Jasmine serious, and you know Jasmine introduced me to Ayana and Erica and I don't know whoever else. If I'm really rocking with Jasmine, I'm not really even going like that like I don't care how cool Jazz or Erica and Ayana are. It's not gonna get there because I'm rocking with Jasmine. Super tough. You feel me? So it's even I don't care how what type of vibe, what type of energy Erica and Ayana giving off. I'm rocking with Jasmine. So I'll be like, yeah, they cool. They cool, but they not cool. They not cool enough for me to say like, no, I don't want to deal with Jasmine no more. Hell no.
Okay, but like I said, you 25.
May I respond, please?
What you say, Miss Tyree?
You're 25. Your options, you have more options now at 25 that you're gonna have if you stay single or if you get married and you get divorced and you get back out here 15 years from now when you're 40. Your options are going to be different. You ain't gonna have the same mentality. Trust me.
Miss Tyree, let me ask you a question. You act like there's something wrong with you. You got options. Go get you a young man and stop playing with these old ass men. That's what you gotta do.
I like
There's nothing
older
wrong
men.
with you, Miss Tyree. You act like you don't have no options. That I don't understand. Like you got big options. You ain't. There's nothing wrong with you. What's wrong with you?
Hold on, Miss Tyree.
Nothing wrong with me.
Miss Tyree, hold on. I gotta say something. I gotta say something before I let Hope speak. Miss Tyree, because you had said earlier, if I knew what I was dealing with, I would have stayed with my ex-husband. Miss Tyree, don't do that. Miss Tyree, Miss Tyree, don't forget on my platform. You told us about your listen. I'm gonna say it because you said it on my platform. Miss Tyree, ex-husband. Listen, we be on here talking about Pookie and Rary. Miss Tyree was married to a man that was living in the apartment. When they was living in an apartment overseas or whatever, she was going to work during the day. This man was literally a grown-ass man in his 30s, was at home playing the video game, cuddling up with the damn dog. Like, talk about it, Miss Tyree. You know damn well you would have not stayed with your ex-husband. Let's not do that. Miss Tyree was married to a real
He said the damn, he walked with the dog, no.
Come on, man. You would have not did that. Don't forget. I remember everything. I remember everything that said on my platform. Don't even try to play. She was with a man that was literally at home, a grown-ass man, playing a video game all day, cuddling up with the dog in the bed.